What's going on, guys? As a non-Bitcoin fanboy here, I'm here to say that I don't think the top is in. I don't think Bitcoin's over, and in the next few minutes, I'm gonna explain to you guys why I don't think, why I think we still have more to go, right, with this whole Bitcoin run. One of the main things I want to cover is yesterday when we started selling off, there was news. There was like breaking news about BlockFi paying people. So if you just to rewind back, if you don't know, BlockFi is a platform where you can pretty much deposit crypto and earn interest on it. And there were some users that BlockFi paid in Bitcoin instead of US dollars. So instead of sending someone 100 USD, they sent somebody 100 Bitcoin. And 100 Bitcoin is a few $1,000,000 worth of Bitcoin, right? Compared to $100. So that happened with a few users on BlockFi, which caused them to keep in mind, BlockFi is a company that only has like, I think $350 million in cash. So this little slip up on their end could have caused a lot of potential selling in the market, right? From what happened there. Obviously, there's a lot of other things. Elon's Elon. There's the whole China ban stuff that's going on. There's a lot of different factors. But let's get into some stuff here. So this is the current chart, but I want to pull up one of the top indicators right now for the Bitcoin bull market, bull run, is this little yellow line here, the 21-week moving average. And as you can see, we are currently sitting below that. Anytime we sit below this yellow line, it basically means we're in a bear market. Anytime we're sitting above it, we're technically in a bull market. So essentially what we want to see here, ideally what we want to see here is we want this wick or this candle to somehow close either at or above this yellow line right here, right? That is going to indicate that we are still in the bull market. What we don't want to see is this candle closing below it and then having another weekly candle open up below this yellow line and staying there for the whole week. So we basically, in the next 1 to 2, potentially 3 weeks, we want to see some kind of reversal. We want to see these whatever candles that start to form here get above this yellow line here. Because right now this is the scenario that's playing out. Right now what's happening is we can either test out this line again, right? Fail, come back, right? Retest it, not even retest the 21-week moving average, almost hit it and then fail, and then try again and fail and create higher lows. Create lower high, a lower high, creating a downtrend, right? And then that could just take us even lower, which is what we don't want. What we do want to see is, let's see, can we delete this stuff here? I don't know how to delete it. What we do want to see is we would like to see, closing above this. Let's say the line goes like this, right? We would want to close above this line, right? Close here, retest that area, right? Hold it, consolidate, come back, kind of just do the opposite of what we don't want to see. We want to see a level of consolidation here. So basically trading in a channel for probably a few weeks. A channel is just pretty much, let me see if I can draw the channel here. This is a channel, right? Trading in a channel up and down in the same area. That is what we want to see. We want to see closing above this yellow line here, consolidating, right? Consolidation, and then eventually start breaking into the upside and have a little breakout out of this channel that's here. The other thing you want to keep in mind, guys, is this could be a potential bear trap, right? This could be a scenario where a lot of shorts are accumulating into this position, thinking that Bitcoin is going to continue to go lower. But in reality, it is just a bear trap, and anyone who's shorting here is pretty much going to have to close out their positions or cover their positions once, and if we do, get back to the upside of this. And then the last thing you guys want to keep in mind is that the reason we had these really big sell-offs, look at these candles. These are they're really brutal candles, to be honest. But I feel like one of the main reasons we had such a huge sell-off is because there's a lot of people trading with margin, guys. You have to keep that in mind with leverage. Leverage pretty much allows you to take bigger positions than you actually have money in your account. People are able to take, I mean, for example, me on FTX, I'm able to trade up to 20x leverage on a position, meaning if a stock goes up, if a crypto goes up 5% and I'm playing 20x leverage on that position, essentially a 5% move is 100% return. So a lot of people who, were probably in some long positions, and this entire sell-off started to happen, their positions had to get liquidated, right? Because just how, if you're 20x leverage on a position, if you go up 5%, well, the same thing goes, the same thing applies if it goes down. If you go down 5%, you're down 100%. If you go down 10%, you would be down, 200%, right? I'm sure not everybody's using, 20x leverage, but if you're just using 5 times leverage, if the price of Bitcoin just drops 10%, times 5 times leverage, that's 50% loss right there. So that's another thing you have to keep in mind, right? Liquidation of anybody who was using leverage trading. And a lot of people don't have stop losses set up. They don't have any of those kind of precautions set up to prevent themselves from getting liquidated. So a lot of that definitely did happen during these past 24 to 48 hours where we've just been going down. I'm sure a lot of people's positions had to be closed out by the exchanges. So I want to show you guys some other tools that I've been using to take a look at to kind of show that we're not, we haven't topped out yet. There's still more to come, in my opinion. For example, the 200-week moving average heat map. As you can see, in the past, anytime that a bear market has actually started, we've printed a red candle, an orange candle followed by a red candle to indicate that the top is in, right? You see here, we go from a blue to a green to a yellow to an orange to a red candle, and then this is the 2018 crash, the last bear market that we had. And if we look at this current market, we haven't gotten there yet. We have not printed any orange or red dots to indicate that a top is in. Another one that I like to look at is this. This is the 2-year moving average multiplied by 5. This one also shows, if you look here in the past, anytime we've gone above the 2-year moving average multiplied by 5, has indicated that it is the top. See, back in 2018, we broke above it. When we got above it, indicated the top, and then the bear market started. And in this cycle, we haven't even done that yet. We haven't even gotten above that 200, that 2-year moving average. We haven't even gotten above that yet. So that's something to keep an eye out. Look in the past. If you look at this right here, we literally touched it once, came back, touched it twice, came back a little bit, and then broke out. Boom, had that blow off top onto the upside. On this move here, we've only touched it like once, we touched it once, twice, and now we're kind of pulling back. So there's another indication that we still could have more potential upside. I can never say this word. Logarithmic chart. Another one. This one has showed the top several times in the past. As you can see here, 2014, boom. Every time we've hit this top, bear market, hit this top, bear market. We're not even halfway there. We're technically halfway there, right? So we still have a little bit more to go before we hit that top. And then lastly, stock to flow. This one just kind of helps show where Bitcoin could potentially be going. I honestly think Bitcoin's going to be going to at least $150,000 this year if the bull market continues the way it's going. Between $150,000 to $200,000 this year potentially. Probably somewhere in the middle, so maybe like 175. As you can see, stock to flow. We're still in this, in this zone here. We're pulling back right now. We haven't even broken above this line yet, which, like I said, could indicate that we're going potentially over $100,000 this year, as long as everything continues the way it is. So there's just a lot of signs, guys. There's just a lot of signs that, we need to be patient. We need to hold. Obviously, you need to have a plan, right? If things do go south, right, you need to have stop losses, have areas where whenever I'm trading stocks, crypto, whatever, holding, swinging, whatever, I like to ask myself this question. At what point, when I'm looking at a chart, right, at what point am I wrong, right? At what point is I put everything to the side, my emotions, what I think about Bitcoin, just the logic, right? At what point am I wrong? So just looking at this chart, if Bitcoin retests this level here, what is this, 40,000, between 40 and 42,000. If we come back, test this level, fail, right? Come back again and fail and constantly fail and basically get rejected at this level, it's time to cut it, in my opinion. For me, at least, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be cutting a lot of my positions because it just indicates that the trend has changed, right? The trend is your friend. If the trend is going up, it goes up. If the trend is going down, then it's time to, take your losses, take your gains, whatever you have, and just admit defeat, right? So that's something that I always like to do. I like to ask myself, at what point am I wrong? Honestly, guys, one of my personal top indicators for when I feel that the top is near for something is when we start having big parabolic moves towards the upside, just blow off the top moves. So if we go back to the 2018 run in crypto, right? We pull up this chart. We had this scenario here where Bitcoin literally went from the 6th of December, right? From the 6th of December to the 16th, in literally 10 days, we went from 12,000 to 19,000, right? That is almost a 80% move. That is huge blow off top move in 10 days. We haven't had anything like that in this current bull cycle that we're in. If we look at this current bull cycle, we actually went, we did have a pretty big move here, going from 20,000 to upwards of 42,000. However, this happened, let's see, this was on the 16th of December, and this top here was on the 8th of January, right? So that was literally about 3 weeks or so. It wasn't even a week, right? So it was about 3 weeks for this entire move to happen. And then from there, we still had more upside, right? This move here from 41,000 to 58,000. This one took this is from the 8th of February to the 21st of February. So this took about 2 weeks as well. But we haven't had that big parabolic move where we create huge green candles on the upside, where the move on the upside is just huge, right? We haven't had that yet. We haven't had that blow off top move. And I feel like when we do start having those type of moves where, it could be Bitcoin going from 100,000 to 175,000 in the matter of a few days, that could be the move where, it starts to indicate, hey, the end of the cycle might be near, the end of the bull run might be near. Because literally stocks are the exact same. If you look at GameStop is literally a perfect example. If you look at GameStop, look where it started to end, right? You have these little candles here, little candles. But when you start having these huge parabolic moves, right? Huge candles, big wicks, big candles. That is when things are just, the market just creates a sense of, it makes no sense, right? It's considered unsustainable price action, right? It's just too much too soon. And that's when you can expect to see things start to turn to the downside. You see here, little candles, big parabolic move, this isn't that big, but like big parabolic candle here. And then what did this indicate? Boom, right back down to a downtrend. Honestly, guys, just look at this pullback. It's not as bad as you think, right? If you look at the 2015 through 2017 run, you can see here that we had times where, can I make this bigger? You can see, let's just pull up this one here. Actually, let's pull this one up. You can see here that we had 39% pullback, 40% pullback, 35% pullback, 37% pullback, 32% pullback, right? And this was back in between 2015 and 2017. These are all pullbacks that we had during those runs, right? So this pullback that we just had now, which was actually, I believe, a 50% pullback. Let's be 100% sure. So from the top to here, yep, about a 53% drop. That's honestly not that bad. Because compared to 2017, between 2015, 2014, between 2014 2017, even though those drops were averaging between 30 to 40%, keep in mind the volume of Bitcoin was a lot less back then. There were not as many people in Bitcoin back then as there is now. A good indicator of that is literally using something like Google Trends, right? If we pull up Google Trends, just a simple search term, how to buy crypto, look at 2017. Look at now. We've literally like tripled, not even triple, we've like quadrupled the amount of times, how to buy crypto has been searched this year alone. That basically indicating that the amount of volume that has gone into the market this past year is probably double. It's either 2 to 3 to 4 times greater than what the volume was back in 2017. Because there's just so many people in crypto right now. There's just so many people buying. It's not even just regular people anymore. It's companies, right? You have Tesla, MicroStrategy, potentially Apple, Facebook, all those companies who might be buying into Bitcoin as well. So it's, look at this. It's night and day. Look at this. Look how small it was back in 2017 during this bull run, and look at the searches now. We look at what's one of the popular coins right now, Ethereum. How to buy Ethereum. 2017, look at the search results, and look at it now. We literally just flew past that. We literally broke out on the search results for these searches. So this here pretty much helps me indicate that, hey, there's more volume in the market, and more volume means bigger moves to the upside, but also bigger moves to the downside. So yes, a 50% drop is scary, but with more people in the market, more volume, more traders, more investors, whatever you want to call them, it is expected to have bigger moves up and down. Honestly, if you're one of the people that is worried about this drop, you either don't know how to manage risk, you don't understand risk management, you just bought in, not knowing where to get out. That's one type of person. And the second type of person is you have too much size, right? If you have too much size, of course you're going to be worried, right? Because if you have too much money in there, then obviously you're scared of what you're willing to lose, because you should only be putting money into crypto that you're 100% willing to lose. So if you have too much size, obviously you're going to be scared of what's going on. And if you don't know what your risk management is, if you don't know where to cut your losses or where to take profits, then of course you're also going to be concerned. So 2 things that you should definitely look into. If you have too much size, pull some money out, right? Only have money in there that you're willing to lose, that you're willing to risk. And if you don't understand risk management, go on YouTube. There's a bunch of videos on simple risk management, right? How to cut losses, how to take profits, things like that. One of the reasons I'm not so worried about this, guys, is because literally with coins like Ethereum, Cardano, while we were running on the upside, having these huge moves, I was taking profits, right? I was taking profits with Ethereum at around 4,000. I took a lot of profits at around 4,000. I cut a lot of my position when I was up 100%, because my average is around 1,500. So I took some off at around 3,000. I took some off at around 4,000. So I'm comfortable holding because I've been paying myself. I've been paying myself on the way up. So it's like, if everything goes to zero, if everything not goes to zero, but if the bear market is actually starting, it's okay, because I could just cut my losses and take my profits that I've already pulled out, and those are profits, right? You never go broke taking profits. So just to close things out, guys, I see this as a sell, right? So I have my shopping bag and I go shopping. I buy the things that I like that are on sale. I add to my cart and I put in my money. I pay, and then just wait from there. Obviously, always keeping a macro look at the market. If, like I said, if it gets to a point where I see things and I'm like, at what point am I wrong? If I'm wrong, then it's time to cut losses. Time to cut losses, cut winners, cut whatever, right? So just be smart, follow your instinct, follow your gut, do whatever makes, whatever makes sense for you, whatever makes sense for you, right? People are always asking, should I buy this? Should I sell this? Should I do this? Should I do that? Should I buy this stock? I don't know, guys. I don't know if you have rent due next week. I don't know your risk tolerance. I don't know how much money you have in your account. I don't know if you're broke. I don't know if you're rich. I don't know any of that stuff, right? So I can't tell you, hey, buy this, sell this, buy here, sell here. I can't. I can't tell you any of that stuff because that's something that you need to know because only you know your situation. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much it. I want to close this video out. Just looking at Bitcoin one last time here, it looks like we are bouncing. Honestly, if we get above this 42,000 level, I'm going to be extremely comfortable to continue holding and adding to positions just because this was a really big level of support. So if we can get back above that and not get rejected at this area, that is going to be extremely bullish, and it's just going to cause more continuation to the upside. If you guys watch to the end, join my Discord. It's in the link in the bio. It's 100% free. I don't post a bunch of meme coins. I'm not pumping coins on there. I'm posting legitimate information, my plays, what I'm adding to, what I'm taking off of, warnings from the market, the stock market, the crypto market. And if you've been following me for any time, you know I tend to be pretty spot on with the things that I notice. So yeah, you can definitely check that out. Follow me on there. Anyways, guys, buy the dip, hold strong, and we'll see you at the top.